Hi guys, it's Sebastian. I've got a quick video for you here today. The debut of Infiniment Coty Paris fragrances. They have a brand new store in Paris in the Marais. And I was invited to have a quick look at the store and smell the fragrances. And I've got Sarah here with me. She's gonna guide us through the fragrances a little bit. And we're gonna talk about 3 of the fragrances that I enjoyed here after smelling 14 fragrances. So you guys launched with 14 fragrances, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about how this all came about.
So this collection of fragrance was initiated by Tsunabi and Nicolas Vu, 2 passionate of beauty. And they wanted really to put ahead fragrances that can represent them. So we are a really contemporary and looking forward brand. And so let's go to the fragrance.
Let's go. So you can see here some beautiful flowers, and the flowers are each of the different fragrances. There's 14 fragrances, as I said. And as you get closer to the flowers and you put your nose inside the flower, it lights up and you can start smelling the actual fragrance, the fragrances that they're selling. So it's a really cool kind of I've never seen anything like this. Only time I've experienced something like this was at a perfume museum, which is no longer around. So it's very museum-like here, and it's a great interactive experience. So shall we go to the fragrances, or do you want to explain the flowers a little bit?
So here you have all the flowers. As you can see, you can just go near the heart of the flower, and then you will have this little light that comes on, and also the smell. So it's a really immersive smelling experience. We have the 14 flowers and fragrances just around them, and we divided the collection in 3 categories. You have first the dawn, so the really fresh ones. You have the day, the iconics of the brand, and you have the dusk, the much more intense.
I see. Are they available for sale now? I mean, is the store open for us?
They are. They are in the store, they are online on infinimentcoty.com, and soon will be available in London and who knows, in the US.
Somewhere else, okay. So tell us a little bit about some of the fragrances. Are the classic Coty fragrances in this collection?
In fact, they are not, but we wanted to keep the link with our heritage. So Coty was a brand born in 1904 with a really pioneer approach of fragrance. Some can call Coty the house, let's say, of modern perfumery. In fact, it was one of the first brands to introduce synthetic molecules, not as a substitute to natural molecules, so natural ingredients, but really as an enhancer. So to magnify, to sublimate the beauty of natural elements. We also know Coty as a really disruptor brand for the introduction of what we can consider as the first chypre, with Le Chiffre of Coty.
So is that fragrance available in this collection?
No, they are not. It's much more really modern, contemporary fragrances, built with this idea of science that can sublimate fragrance, but not the whole heritage fragrances.
I see. You mentioned that the fragrances have been being worked on for 10 years. How is that? Tell me a little bit about that.
Exactly. In fact, the whole collection was initiated by Tsunabi and Nicolas Vu, as I introduced them just before. And they really built first a private collection. So it was really linked with their own taste. And then with the opportunity of creating this beautiful brand named Infiniment Coty Paris, they in fact brought their personal collection. They also added some of new smells to really complete the whole range of the brand.
So which perfumers did you work with for these fragrances?
In fact, there is many perfumer. We have, let's say, 2 main perfumer because they have more than 1 reference in the range.
Who are they?
They are Fabrice Pellegrin and Dora Bagrich.
Oh, Dora, are they both from Firmenich?
They are.
Okay. But you work with 2 other houses, right?
Exactly. From Firmenich, we also have Marie Salamanque, Nathalie Lorson. From the other fragrance houses, we will have Dominique Berthier and Alexandra Caron.
Yeah, I think Nathalie Lorsan created my favorite in the collection,
Sure.
which we'll get to in a little bit. But tell us a little more. Like you mentioned, that they're broken down into three different collections. What styles do you have?
In fact, we didn't want to like tick boxes, but you will see that the collection is really diverse in terms of olfactive families. We have, of course, musk, florals, ambery, woody. So we cover like a large range of taste. But it was really coup de cœur from Sue and Nicolas. So there is not a real logic. We can go, for example, through one fragrance that is called Matin de Jade, that would be really the cologne citrus of the collection. You will have some other that are much more intense. We will talk just after about Après l'Amour. A beautiful musk named ENTRE. We also have some fruits. I didn't mention Alberto Morias, but he was the perfumer, and he is, the perfumer of JADE AMOURS, our beautiful banana blossom.
Yeah, the banana blossom with jasmine, I've seen that come up before. So you mentioned something about bananas and jasmine having similarities, which I've seen that as well. So tell me a little bit about this fragrance.
Exactly. In fact, bananas and jasmine, they have some common molecules. So they really fit together in a good way.
In a good way, yeah. It's strange, but a good way.
So for JADE AMOURS, we have in fact three different qualities of jasmine. We have jasmin sambac from Egypt, jasmin grandiflorum from Tunisia, and a jasmine morning from China. So we really want to have this kind of three love dance with this jasmine, this banana blossom, and a bit of chypre.
Yeah, that one's nice. It's not my favorite because I'm not the biggest jasmine fan, but I can see that bananas might not be taken seriously in perfume. But when you add that jasmine in it, it's really gorgeous, I think.
Exactly. That was the challenge also, to really have a banana that is sophisticated.
Interesting. So we also have a chypre, like there's there's a chypre. Should we talk about that a little bit?
Aristochip is our own interpretation of a really contemporary chypre. We wanted to have this really elegant classic chypre base with a little twist. So we added rose, and you can
smell this fragrance now.
Because it's just here. It's really like almost licorice, sweet chypre, really dandy show-off effect.
Wow. Yeah, this is good. Again, it's not my favorite of the collection. My favorite is the musk, which everybody knows I love musks. I recently did a white musk video, and this would have fit right perfectly in there. There's a vanilla here that I enjoy, and there's a tobacco as well. Shall we go to the fragrances and talk about them? All right. So let's show them the bottles. We've got the bottle. Who designed this bottle?
So Nicolas Vu himself designed the bottle. As you can see, this is an asymmetric bottle. You have here a really flat face. Here you have much more facets. Our, let's say, brand signature is really this round shape cut. And you can see also the white of the brand. And if you go really into the details, I don't know if you can see, maybe not, you will have like small monograms embossed with the
Let me see. Let me try and show it to them. Let's see if we can focus. A little bit right there. So that was for what reason?
So first we wanted to have this really elegant transparent glass. You can see here that you have a really big glass, I don't know how to say in English, to be honest.
It's kind of cut through in the bottom.
Exactly. Here you have the push-up. And so this really plate, a flat face, was designed to, in fact, be a glass canvas. So maybe hard to understand when we see only one bottle, but we will go after through the piece of art, and you will see that all bottles, they are stackable. You can remove, in fact, the cap, the pump, and then stack all the bottles all together.
So you're supposed to, or you can stack them once the cap and the sprayer is removed.
When you finish your bottle.
Okay.
Or if you want to keep your bottle and keep your fragrance, you can refill it.
Okay, so they sell refills. And what are the prices again?
So in euros for this product, which is 75 ml, it's 230.
Okay.
So for the refill that is twice 75 ml, so 150, it's 360.
And the concentration?
The concentration, it can vary from a fragrance to another, but we are between 18 and 20% of concentration.
So you claim that they're parfum concentration?
They are parfum.
Okay, all right. So let's smell the musk first. What's the musk called?
So the musk is called ENTRE, and so here you can smell it.
It's very musky.
It's
very
really
clean.
musky. You have 3 different musks, and for us, it's really a second skin perfume.
There's a fluffiness about it.
It's really fluffy. We like
pillowy.
to talk about a cloud of musk. So you can see this really like airy, moving, this shape changing like a cloud.
It's ethereal.
Really
floating in air. Yeah, this is really gorgeous. It's very, very clean. Perfect for the white musk video I just did. What are the musks in there?
So we have 1 white musk, and then I will check again, come back to you maybe in comments.
Okay, all right. So that one is called?
Entre. Which means...
Oh, you explained this. So it's 2 genders or 2 genres. Because
Exactly.
in French, the word genre or gender is the same.
And so now you learn a bit of French.
Now I know a little bit French. Okay, so this one was created by Nathalie Lorson.
Exactly.
So she did another 13 for Le Labo, so she definitely knows her musks for sure. Yeah. So we move forward to the vanilla, which is another favorite of the collection here.
So here you have encore une fois.
Encore une fois.
Encore une fois. Which can mean once again, or
Once
again and again. You have really like this idea of repetition and this idea of you want to go again and again to this fragrance. For me, it's really addictive in a way. We can call it like an elixir of vanilla, but an addictive elixir of vanilla.
It's very delicious. It's sugary, caramelly, sweet and sticky, but very addictive. And
Exactly.
I can understand again and again, because you want to smell vanilla again and again and again and again.
And it's really sweet in both ends, so a bit sugary, but also kind of intimate, really go and wrap you. You know, it can be like a fragrance for yourself, not a fragrance for the other, like really to have your own bubble.
Oh, wow. Well, actually, last night at the opening party for Paris Perfume Week, somebody was wearing it.
And you can smell
Yeah,
it.
wow. She was covered in a big cloud, for sure.
But all our fragrance, you can smell it. It was really the challenge, and this is really the promise of the brand. We want to have fragrance that have a minimum of projection and a minimum of lasting, but maybe we will talk about this one just after.
Okay, so the last fragrance we want to talk about is the tobacco fragrance. And what is this one called?
So this one is Après l'amour,
Après l'amour.
which means after love.
After love.
So we have a virgin tobacco, so it's really tobacco leaf. And we wanted to recreate this post-climax effect, if we can say. So really this almost cigarette after sex.
Yeah, when you have sex and you're in that cloud of cigarette smoke.
Good feeling.
Wow, okay, so this tobacco, who was it created by?
It was in fact Fabrice Pellegrin.
Oh, wow.
And it was the same for Encore une fois.
So I guess I like his fragrances.
We all love Fabrice.
You said the fragrances might come to the USA. When do you think the fragrances will come to the USA?
It should be during or after summer.
Okay, this year.
This year.
But you're also going to London?
We're going to London this weekend.
Can you tell us a little bit about when? I mean, where?
Where? So we are going to Liberty, and so we will be available at Liberty starting this Sunday, so Sunday 24th
Of March.
of March.
Yeah, because this video might air a little after.
So we will already be
Everywhere, pretty
at
much.
Liberty.
Yeah.
And maybe just a little cherry on the cake.
Okay.
With
Tell
the
us.
fragrances. So we are talking about minimalist packaging, as you can see, really pure, really white, coming with this secondary. And we're also talking about a maximalist performance. We talk about the concentration with our parfum, but we didn't talk about the lasting, and we have a promise of a lasting up to 30 hours.
Wow. Really?
Interesting.
That's impressive. Wow. Okay.
One thing before you leave, we are a 2 patent pending brand. First for the artwork with the stockable concept that we call art cycling, and then with our fragrances, formulated with fragrance, as we said, 18 to 20% concentration. Molecular aura, which is our patent pending molecule that makes the signature scent of each fragrance last up to 30 hours. Upcycled alcohol from CO2 emission, purified water, and nothing else.
Guys, thanks so much for watching this video.
Thank you.
Hopefully you'll get a chance to check out these fragrances from, can you say the name again?
Infiniment Coty Paris.
Yeah, I'm going to be butchering that one quite a bit, unfortunately. But Sarah, thank you so much for doing this video with me. Appreciate it. Thank you. Guys, see you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.